Hey everyone, Justin here, back again with another comic book haul, my first comic book haul of 2018. I hope everyone has had a good first week of 2018 so far. Mine has been crazy busy, so that's why this haul is a little bit late. Anyway, so if you do like this video, do comment, do subscribe, and do like the video. I would love to hear from you. And thanks to all my subscribers so far. Thank you to all the guys who have been commenting on the videos and having this really great interaction. I hope you guys will have a good 2018. So let's start off the video. I've got a huge haul today, so I'm not going to talk too much, I hope. And this all came from eBay. Well, most of it. So starting off first, I'm going to split this haul into three parts. Marvel, DC, and special issues. Okay, so I do like my Image and other independent publishers, but you know, it's just that so happens that I happen to have a lot of Marvel and DC for this haul. Anyway, on to the books. Starting with X-Force number 17. This is a very popular cover because it features X-23, and yes, I also managed to get the bloody variant cover. So of all the X-Force variant covers, this is the one that you should look out for if you can find it. Again, got this at eBay prices, but it was at a sale at 50% off, so paid a good price for it. Not too sure, I think it was maybe $10 to $12 that I paid for these two books. Next we have Daredevil number 21, and what's significant about this issue is that it's the first appearance of the Superior Spider-Man storyline, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I wasn't so crazy about the ending of it, but you know, a storyline worth checking out, and I do hope they explore this in some form of medium later on. So yeah, this goes for quite a bit online, I think close to $10. That's quite a bit, right? But I bought it for about $4 to $5. We have Daredevil number 170. Great Frank Miller storyline. It's a classic Frank Miller storyline. I think it's either the first or second appearance of Kingpin in the Daredevil series under Frank Miller. Nice series to check out. We have 169. If I'm not wrong, this is the second appearance of Elektra, and just a really great Bullseye versus Daredevil story. And you can't go wrong with Frank Miller as well. This book I was really happy to get. I've been trying to look for this book in a nice condition and cheap, and I won this in an auction alongside with other books. Well, I used the other books to offset the shipping for this one. And Marvel Team Up number 79. This is featuring Spider-Man and Red Sonja. The reason why I wanted to get this book was for a few reasons. One, the interior artwork, I think the cover as well, is by John Byrne, so can't go wrong with that. And two, there is a modern incarnation of this story and of the team up between Spider-Man and Red Sonja. I think it was released by, I can't remember the company that was doing Red Sonja. I think it's Dynamite and Marvel, of course. And it's a little bit of spoilers here, but both this past incarnation, this previous one, and the modern incarnation have the same storyline. Basically, somehow the spirit of Red Sonja takes over Mary Jane's body, blah blah blah. So I'm was quite surprised that they used the same storyline, and I think it was a nice twist. Furthermore, the modern storyline, I think there are 4 parts. The covers are done by Michael Turner. Highly suggest you check it out. Anyway, so yeah, moving ahead, Web of Spider-Man 59. Nothing significant other than the fact that I'm trying to collect the issues where Spider-Man gets his cosmic powers. Yep, so worth checking out the storyline. Pretty good. Oops, this is not supposed to be there. I'll put this later. Anyway, moving along, this is Amazing Spider-Man number 52. Just a really underrated J. Scott Campbell cover. You can get this for cheap still if you can. I think $5 and below, or check your local comic book store. But a really nice J. Scott Campbell cover. Of course, it can't beat 501, and of course the Black Cat covers as well. But This is worth collecting. Next, we have All New Wolverine number 2, which features the first appearance of Gabby, who is X-23's clone. And so this issue can go for quite a bit online. I think for a while it picked up steam, and it's still maintaining its status as a expensive book for a modern regular book because of the first appearance of Gabby. I have this book. I bought it for cover price a while back because I was collecting All New Wolverine, and I highly suggest you check this out. I think it's Tom Taylor does a really great job with the storyline. Has its twists. It's very entertaining. I suggest you check it out. I actually bought 3 copies of this at a good price. I think about, well, decent enough price, at least $6 to $8 each. But the seller forgot to include the other 2 copies, so he's going to ship them to me. I'm just looking forward to getting it. Uncanny X-Men number 256, which features the first appearance of Psylocke as the Asian ninja. Alright, so good book to get. Can't go wrong with Jim Lee as well. Moon Knight number 1, just a really awesome David Finch cover. Nothing more to say about it. I have not read this series, but I'm going to check it out. Just a really cute Hawkeye, all new Hawkeye number 5 variant cover. I just got it for the cover and nothing else. I also got this for the cover. All new X-Men number 38 variant issue. You can't see it in person, but in person you can clearly see that this is drawn and painted or whatever. But if you look at the camera, it really looks like they took like plastic figurines and they did something with it, right? I really like the effect here. The effect they're going for, like a magazine cover kind of look. That's the only reason why I got it. Messiah Complex. As X-Men storyline that I suggest you check out if you're new to the X-Men title. One of the better X-Men titles in my opinion. Anything from when the X-Men resettled in San Francisco to Utopia, to Messiah Complex, to Second Coming, and maybe a little bit of Avengers vs. X-Men. That's a really great whole arc to read. There's trade paperbacks. Go check out your library if your library stocks up on comic books and all that. I'm just collecting some of the variant covers. This was going for cheap. Is the only reason why I got it. Because otherwise I don't think it's a fantastic cover. Anyway, moving on. I love the TV series S.H.I.E.L.D. and got a huge surprise when I realized that season 5 is actually out. So I'm going to do some catching up, and that's awesome because I'd have to wait weekly for the episodes to come out unless I catch up. But really enjoyed the TV series a lot. Just want to see how they take the next story arc. What's interesting about this one is that it's a 50th anniversary issue and seems to have some contributions by Jack Kirby and Jim Steranko. So yeah, can't wait to see what this is all about. Some it's extra thick. In my last video, I lamented about how not lamented, but I was bummed out by how I accidentally bought a second printing of Amazing Spider-Man number 4, but now I managed to snag a good copy of the first print at a good price. I think it was between like $8 to $10, which is a good price considering I bought it off eBay. Moving along, Amazing Spider-Man number 15, just a really awesome Mark Bagley cover. Nothing more to say. And I'm just trying to see if I can get all these issues on my own for cheap. As I mentioned before, one of the X-Men storylines, or the whole arc that you should check out, is the Utopia storyline. Basically in this storyline, Cyclops leads the X-Men team and manages to erect an island from Magneto's asteroid M, and christens it as Utopia, and a safe haven for mutants. And this will be the series where Norman Osborn, who is the Iron Patriot, is trying to destroy the X-Men basically. So really great storyline to check out. Dark Avengers is a variant cover. X-23 versus Daken, I think. And here we have Fallen Sun, The Death of Captain America, just the variant Michael Turner covers, really awesome covers. This is the one with Spider-Woman. I have the Spider-Man one already with Iron Man. I think I have one somewhere here, I'll show you that later, but awesome covers, especially this one. Nice, not too big on the Iron Man one, but anyway. Okay, let me just clear this stack. I'm going to show you the next stack. I've got a huge stack of Marvel books this time. So starting with The Amazing Spider-Man number 325, just a really nice Todd McFarlane cover. And if I can find his run on Amazing Spider-Man for cheap, I'll get it, because you know it's tough to find his books on this run in a good condition, meaning white pages, unless you buy the graded books. So anytime I have a chance to upgrade the collection, I'll do that. Another S.H.I.E.L.D. series, but this is part of the Gwen Stacy covers they did a few years back. This is Gwen book, pretty cute. And the only reason why I got this was just for the cover, a really nice, awesome David Mack cover. I think I saw this in one of, sorry if I'm getting your channel name wrong, but Fred Hall Direct Edition. I saw that you had a whole collection of these covers, and I just thought that I'm going to get these covers if I can find them as well. Moving on, I only got this for the cover again. Just a really nice, awesome Runaways cover. I really like Cloak and Dagger. Managed to get their first appearance 2 years ago, and now I'm trying to see if I can get their series for cheap, because they do have a bunch of series. They have a limited series. This is number 1 of the limited series, and they had a regular series as well as a series of modern one shots that they did. Yeah, managed to get another X-Force number 1, and this one comes with, as is written here, the Deadpool card, and very quickly now, it is also the negative variant, which, you know, for a while people were talking about getting the negative variants for this. X-Force number 9, just a really sweet Liefeld cover. That's the only reason why I got it. Yep. And with Cable coming out in Deadpool 2, I just thought this might be an issue to get. Cable number 1 of his mini series. He had a mini series followed by a regular series. Okay, moving on, this is X-Force number 28, just a really awesome David Finch cover. So Second Coming is X-Men storyline you should definitely check out, and Second Coming, David Finch did a whole series of variant covers for all the different parts. There's 2 covers you should look out for. One is where Cable is holding Hope Summers in the cover, and one where he's posing with Hope Summers and it's like a yellow background. Those are the ones you should look out for. But this is a really nice David Finch cover anyway. Another S.H.I.E.L.D. issue, just cute. Okay, anyway, Daredevil number 178, the first time Daredevil meets Power Man and Iron Fist, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this is interesting because Frank Miller writes Iron Fist and Power Man in a more parody way in this. Like, he makes fun of that team up. We should check it out. Moving on. Yeah, it's really great Frank Miller artwork. Now, if you don't know by now, I really love Jim Lee, and I think his best artwork is, to me, in my opinion, is when he did his run on X-Men in the second series. So he just manages to make everything look epic to me. I mean, look at the way Rogue is drawn. That's really cute. And so what's significant about this issue is the first appearance of Belladonna, who is Gambit's ex-wife. If, you know, the Gambit movie ever pans out or works out, I mean. Moving on, this is Spider-Man, the variant edition number 5. Just a really nice cover, and I enjoy this series a lot. Not Spider-Man 2, I have not checked that one out yet, but this was a very good series. just a run of Spectacular Spider-Man that I'd like to show you, number 91. I'm trying to collect the ones where he's in his black suit and he's with Black Cat, or in a relationship with Black Cat at this point of time. Number 91. Another Cloak and Dagger issue, 94, 95, and 117. I think this would be the tie-in with Secret Wars number 2. Okay. Spectacular Spider-Man number 220. I remember collecting this when I was in the late 90s or early 2000s. This is when Mary Jane pops the news that she's pregnant. Web of Carnage part 404. I have not seen this cover a lot. Part 1 is the one you want to get in Amazing Spider-Man, because that's a first appearance of Spider Carnage. But you know, I think any book, anyone of Web of Carnage, anyone all of the 4 parts is something that you should try and check out and get it. Try to get it as a set if you can. And I've showed this book in the previous 2017 highlights haul video, but managed to get another 3 copies, and if I can find this for a good price, I'll get it. This is really going for quite a bit, anything between I think $20 to $30 on eBay or online. So managed to get this for about, I think, $8 to $10 a piece, which is a good price for me. 3 copies. Anytime I see it, I'll grab it. So do check out your local comic book store. Who knows, you might be able to find this in your dollar bins or whatever. Moving on, the next stack I'm going to talk about will be the DC stack. So starting with Action Comics number 609, just a really awesome Brian Boland cover. I think Black Canary's new costume or something like that. I just collected it because it's a old issue 1 and Brian Boland 2, which I think is good enough reason to get it. So I've been looking for this run for a while. I think I'm just going to put it here. Batman 10 Nights of the Beast, 420. This is part 4, the first appearance of the KG Beast, 419, 418, and 417. This will be the first appearance of the KG Beast, if I'm not wrong. I have not read this story arc before, so I'm going to check it out. But even as a set or individually, these books can go for quite a bit, but I managed to get them for a good price. Here's a nice Adventure Comics number 415 that I managed to get at an auction. Just a really wrong cover. Yep. Just nice to get a vintage book like this. Well, vintage enough for me at least. This is even older, number 396. Yep. If I can find these books for a good price or an auction, I'll just grab it, because I don't have the chance to find these kind of books over here. Adventure Comics number 431. I think what's significant about this issue is that the Spectre takes over the title in the modern age appearance of Spectre, I think. Or at least he takes over this series. Number 431 and 439. Not significant on anything, but it's just a nice cover and you know, classic Spectre. Okay, so one of the Superman stories you need to read as well is Superman and Swamp Thing from DC Comics Presents. Alan Moore wrote the story, so cannot go wrong with that. Yeah, really awesome. It's the same lineup that, so Alan Moore and this artist, I can't remember his name now, they collaborated on Swamp Thing, so they just brought Superman in. Okay, forget what I just said, I'm just rambling. Anyway, Millennium number 1, I have no idea what this story is about, so I just thought I'll get issue 1 and check it out, since I always see this cover as a kid. I've always seen this cover around, so just kind of glad to have this in my collection. Okay, so Infinite Crisis number 4. Jim Lee did some variant covers for this storyline, and it's really awesome. Take a look at number 4. And number 2, isn't this really nice? He just manages to make this look comic book and epic. Here's Catwoman number 58, just a really cute Adam Hughes cover. And some Michael Turner goodness. I've got 2 copies of that. Here's Michael Turner's cover for Supergirl number 1. I'm trying to look for the black and white sketch cover as well. And look at this, number 2. I will be getting, so as I mentioned before in the previous video, the XMen store was having a major sale, and I managed to score a series of Michael Turner variant covers for Supergirl's first modern appearance in Superman, Batman. So can't wait for that to arrive and to show off. This is not a DC book, but Alan Moore, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen number 2, first printing. Just want to collect this series if I can. I'm a huge Star Trek The Next Generation fan, so I just thought I'll get this issue number 1 and check it out. Just a DC Comics presents Superman and Hawkgirl number 37. Yep, that's it. Saga of the Swamp Thing, a nice early Alan Moore issue, number 24, featuring the Justice League of America. Yep. Another copy of Suicide Squad number 23, which features the first appearance of Oracle. Yeah, too many copies of this. I need to try and get rid of one. Vertigo preview. I'm just trying to be a Sandman completist, so I'm just trying to get every issue that features the Sandman. This is a sneak peek. Not too sure whose first appearance this is, or rather who gets previewed in this series, but anyway. And if I can find this Millennium editions of classic storylines, I'll grab it. Would really love to get an original copy of this one day, but I guess I'll settle for the reprint. Green Lantern and Green Arrow number 76, just the classic Neil Adams cover. Alright, so that is my DC haul. Now moving on to my special books, and I call it special because these are the books that I paid a good price for. And I'm going to start off with Action Comics number 1. This is the reprint. I have not checked, but I'm not too sure if this is the really expensive reprint that goes for a good price, but hey, I'll settle for any reprint of Action Comics number 1. Moving along, I have another DC Comics Presents number 87, which features the first appearance of Superboy Prime. I always wanted to get this book and managed to find it for a good price. I can't remember the prices off the top of my head, sorry, but it was decent enough for me. So, you know, you might want to check out your local comic book stores, DC Comics Presents catalog, because they do have a lot of a bunch of first appearances. Superboy Prime, first appearance of Mongol, and just out of the top of my head, these first 2 appearances. So if you can find them, hopefully you can find them for cheap. Really happy to get a copy of XMen number 98, my second copy. Just again, the classic lineup, and leading up to the Phoenix storyline. Next, just want to show you a bunch of modern variants that I managed to get. So this was from a local seller in Singapore, and let me just show you. Gen 13. This features a bunch of, well, people call it rare J. Scott Campbell variants because I think it was a low print run. This is Gen 13 and Superman, the 3-part. This is the part 3. And this one, not so significant. This is the one that's significant. If you look for the prices on eBay, this can go for quite a bit. And I think I saw Master X Splinter show this comic book in this video and was talking about how rare it is, and I've been looking out for it since, and I was just very lucky to come across a local seller who was who was selling this, and managed to get the whole set and get this at the same time. Well, this book is not clean. There's some stains at the top here and at the bottom, so it's not exactly near mint condition. But I paid a total of 30 Sing dollars, which is equivalent to about maybe 20 or 22 US dollars. And this book alone, if you check online, can go between 70 to 100 bucks. I do not know why, but you know, I'm just very happy to get this rare variant. So in Singapore, rare variants do not sell as well. So I guess the guy was just happy to get rid of this in his collection. But I'm happy to take it over from him. And last but not least, the book which I'm very happy to get, Amazing Spider-Man number 79. I think it's the second or first or even first appearance of the Prowler. Let me know, I need to check it out. I really need to research my books. I just had too many books to show you. And I'm just happy because I won this in an auction, and just happy to get a nice early issue of Amazing Spider-Man. Alright guys, this is my first haul for 2018. Thanks for sticking by. I know it's a long video. Here's to the rest of 2018, and I look forward to watching your first hauls as well. See you guys.